destroy the bridge, and then you can set up a 1-tile wide bridge, which of the AI will cross.
Yeah. It's good times, but I typically don't use bridges. I typically make terraforming. I use terraforming mods to make a path, because the bridges will die, and then the AI will start scattering.
I mean, not if you just shoot the guys on there.
Well, sure, but where's the fun in that if I don't use high explosives?
You use those for before they cross the river, duh.
Well, my pawns are very bad at aiming.
Or you just get a mod that lets you make bridges out of things other than fucking wood.
Unfortunately, those mods typically coincide with my ultra heavy tech mods, where I have antimatter bombs, and the steel bridge still dies to the antimatter bomb.
So make an antimatter bridge. Solve both your problems.
I don't think that's how that works.
Let's
say you make it. What happens when you try to use it?
You die and then blow up because you just.
Boom.
How much do you take with you?
Obviously, Max, you have to make shoes out of antimatter with a neutral matter layer so that you can just wear them and walk across the bridge. Duh.
That is not how that works.
I feel like you could go about this in a completely superior method.
Definitely not how that works. Oh.
I appreciate that someone apparently left at my gross violation of science and physics.
Who left? Oh, Skitty.
Oh, never mind. That was just Skitty not having a decent connection.
Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fanfiction, chapter 9005, episode 90.
Oh god, we are at 9005.
Yes, and we're about to be 9006 soon, gentlemen. 4 more weeks, ladies and gentlemen. 4 more weeks! And then we'll have been doing this fucking podcast for 7 goddamn years!
Oh lord.
We have all of $700 to show for it, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Probably not even that much after taxes.
Not really, yeah. After taxes, not even that much.
Of course, we don't make enough on this to pay taxes, I don't think.
We don't, which is why I don't report it to the IRS.
Well, yeah. It's not like that's some great secret. We don't have to report it to them. We made too little.
Yes.
Oh no,
in fact,
tracking at 600 this year.
In fact, given that, trust me, we still make less than that. We've made $700 total over like 7 years, bro.
No, the 600 marker is per transaction. We're not getting $600 per transaction. Even if they gave us a lump sum payment for the entire year, we wouldn't be getting $600 per transaction.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Speaking of which, also, hey, you know what? Good news, Max. All our transactions were under $600.
Also in yuan.
No, I'm talking about paying Max to make my scions look amazing. Max can actually paint, so I had him paint my small plastic crack army.
I see. Anyway, before we begin, I always have a fun story to tell everyone.
Yeah, a fun story.
Yeah, fun story. So, let's see, Max, did I tell you about the person who clicked on spam email and then complained that it was spam?
Oh god.
Was this 2 weeks ago?
No, this was like a couple days ago.
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Then no. I don't think you have told me about that.
Oh, okay. So, obviously I work in IT, and we manage other companies' domains. And we set some pretty standard rules for those domains, so some of them being anti-phishing, which includes anti-spoofing emails, right? And you're aware what spoofing is, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, one day, someone sends a spoofing email to one of our clients, and it gets flagged as a spoofing email, and so it gets dropped into the junk folder. And
as it happens,
here comes dumbass user A. Dumbass user A goes into the junk folder, proceeds to read all of the emails in the junk folder, proceeds to click on the phishing email in the junk folder. The phishing email then flashes a banner at him saying, "Warning, this is not a legitimate email. This comes from outside your network. Are you sure you wish to click it?" And he clicks yes. And then he reads the junk email that has now warned him this is not a legitimate email. And then he clicks on the link because it looks like something a colleague sent him. A colleague that was fired 2 years ago.
Oh dear God. I'm getting a headache already.
So, it gets better.
No, it doesn't.
Then our client contacts us and says, "How can we stop spoofing from happening ever again?" And I'm just like,
Deep breaths.
oh God.
Deep breaths.
I don't work
Not-
in IT, but this aggravates
I
me.
desperately wanted to send an email back saying, "Fire the employee and get a smarter one."
This is a valid solution.
It would solve all the problems. And I love it.
So I'm glad that you're back because I have a story to tell.
Oh, I have another one as well. Yeah.
So a colleague of mine, older gentleman, very
Yeah.
kind, been in the purchasing industry for quite some time, very knowledgeable. Specifically, has been in the Illinois area for a very long time, so knows pretty much everyone, and everyone knows him, right? He's what you might call a workaholic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, last month he said he was going to retire.
Uh-huh.
He's the kind of man that you can't see him ever retiring. You just see him working until he dies because he'd be bored to tears otherwise.
Right.
I made a bet with someone that my colleague, we're going to call him Frankie. This is not his name or even close to his name. But we're going to say that I made a bet that Frankie wouldn't even stay retired for a month.
Right.
In fairness, when he's retired, he specifically told our boss, "Yeah, I am going to retire, but I am going to look for something else. You know, part-time, closer to my house."
Right.
Well, come Thanksgiving, we get an email from Frankie. It's from a Frankie at insert generic bearing company here. And we're like, huh, that's really that's Frankie's last name. And everybody was like, no, it can't be him. He hasn't even been retired for a month. So I tell the person who's in charge of dealing with our order acknowledgements, I'm like, well, call him and just put it on speakerphone. And it was absolutely Frankie. I won that bet.
He just
Kind
went.
of wish I hadn't.
He just
'cause
went
it
and got a
would-
full-time job for another company.
Yep. Full-time job, another company. And
Even
the best
further
part
away?
is he is now our account manager.
For that company.
Yes. So he
Nice.
now manages the company for my account at the company he now works at.
Nice.
And when we call him up, he answers the phone. "Yeah, hi, this is Frankie McFuckerson." And did not, right when he clearly heard who was on the other end of the phone, did not respond or say, "Hi, it's Frankie." Just didn't even acknowledge that, yes, I am your coworker who retired less than 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so I got one for today. So I'm on the phone, helping someone set up their emails on their iPad. This individual It's been a multi-month process with him. He is
Oh boy.
extremely tech illiterate, and not only, and I've worked with that before, and I've worked through it before. It hasn't been an issue until I got to this guy, who was quick to anger, didn't like explaining what he's looking at, and wasn't good at explaining what he was looking at when he did explain it, and didn't fully listen to me when I told him to do something. So I'd tell him to go into settings, except he would go settings and he'd just start clicking other shit, and he'd be like, I can't find what you're telling me to look for. You're telling me to do it wrong. I'm like, well, where are you? And he's like, well, I'm in the place you told me to be. Well, clearly you're fucking not, because you would have seen the thing I told you to see. But, I didn't say that to him. I mute myself and then shout at the mic, and then I unmute myself.
Yeah.
As is the grand IT tradition.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
No, really, that's
Turn on
grand
the
IT.
One of many grand IT traditions.
So,
Many.
eventually, I get him to bring his iPad in so I can talk to someone who actually will fucking listen to me. And that was today. So I get on the phone with them. And I'm like, all right, you know how to set up an email? He's like, yeah, I gotta go to this place, and then just put in his account information, right? I'm like, yep, you're right. He's like, all right, great, blink. We're using this email service, right? Yes, you're using that email service. All right, excellent. Do I sign in here? Yes. Okay. All right, he's set up now. Okay, great, fantastic, thank you. It's literally putting your email onto your iPhone, iPad, Android phone, whatever the fuck, is a less than 5-minute process. This individual made it go on for nearly 20 hours over the span of 2 months.
Yep.
We'll be watching your career with great interest.
So,
Dealt with that before.
the story part comes in from the sign-in. So when he asks me, do I do the sign-in? And I say yes. And he goes, oh, that's weird. I go, what's wrong? He says, it doesn't have internet. I'm like, well, what do you mean it doesn't have internet? He's like, yeah. And he turns over and he goes, hey, Frankie, why don't you have Wi-Fi on this thing? And Frankie goes, what do you mean Wi-Fi on that thing? I don't need Wi-Fi to get my emails.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
fucking.
I wish to hurt someone.
So, person 2, helpful man. H.A., we'll call him. So, was like, as speechless as I was, where he's like, what do you mean you don't need Wi-Fi to get your emails? He's like, well, I turn it on when I get home, and I just get my emails.
You piece of shit.
So he's connected to his home Wi-Fi. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And so Han then goes, well, what the fuck's the password to the Wi-Fi here? He goes, I don't know. I don't connect to this one.
Jesus Christ.
Every day we stray further from the light.
And I'm just sitting here on mute, just going, ah! And I go into the group chat and I'm just like, I'm helping with these 2 people right now. I type out the whole conversation and I'm like, they don't realize how deeply they are wounding me with their words. I am taking actual damage.
That
I'm getting a
is
secondhand story and I'm taking damage.
pounding.
I don't need Wi-Fi for
You
my
know-
email.
I thought I had it kind of bad with the one coworker right now, but like that is so much worse.
We also
Oh,
had one
so
person, it
cool.
wasn't me, but it was someone else when I shared this story who piped up, who was like, yeah, well, I had a guy one time who was insisting that they don't need internet to use their VPN.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god.
No.
And apparently this person was arguing with my coworker for quite a significant amount of time because they kept trying to activate the VPN, and then the person would take control of the computer and deactivate the VPN, insisting that they don't need to turn that on to get their VPN.
Bitch, that is your
Oh.
VPN.
So
You're
finally, my
hurting me.
coworker is just like, all right, fine. Show me how you go through your morning ritual to access your internet through your VPN. And so she logs off the computer, logs back onto the computer, goes down to her VPN, brings it up, turns it on, logs it in.
The exact thing he was doing.
The exact thing he's been trying to do for the past 30 minutes. And then she goes, see, I didn't need my internet to turn on my VPN.
Did he have the browser open in the background by any chance?
No. No,
'Cause that's
it
generally
was-
the mistake they make.
it was quite literally a moment of her Wi-Fi just didn't activate in time. And so, like, you know how sometimes when you take a laptop out of sleep or hibernate, the Wi-Fi lags on its activation?
Yep.
Yeah, so basically that happened, and she interpreted that as her internet isn't working. And it's the VPN's fault.
Oh, good lord, this hurts.
I've heard worse.
So yeah, that's our stories for the day. So let's get into the unfun stories. The stories that will deal actual further psychic damage to you in different ways.
Well, my sand meter is partially restored.
Which means this is an excellent time to go into the Harry Potter section.
Oh
Oh,
god.
fuck.
How about a different section?
Do it! Let's read
Let's
it.
go to the XD section.
Yeah, do a thing! Uberzunkens! Ausvergeschnigen!
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Lily Potter
Oh my
und
God.
der Spiegel der Rock!
Wait, did you seriously set it to German?
Yeah,
Jeez.
yes! What, did you think I was just inventing German-sounding words?
Yes.
No, I thought you forgot to set that.
Oh.
And it was just the most recent 5 that were...
Oh dear God. I was younger than Penny Potter, the female twin of Harry Potter, but she does not share his proclivity for hatred of Potion Master Severus Snape.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
No.
God.
No.
It's a Severus story.
It's a Severus story.
Severitis, gotta love it.
And look at those pairings.
Yep, I know, we're going to get to that. Likewise... Oh God. Snape finds... Oh no. Ugh.
Wait, is it a magic core?
Despite his better efforts, his best efforts, that Penny has become dangerously entwined in his life. You bet she's fucking dangerously entwined with his fucking life. My dude, that is pedophilia.
Yes. And
No, see, he's minor attracted. It's not pedophilia.
Also,
yeah,
I love
He's
how-
about to
I love how the
listen, he's
author-
about to minorly attract my handgun.
he's about to
Yes.
minorly attract some lead in his direction. But anyway,
Minorly attract my handgun.
I
like
love
it.
how this author just brushes off all of the completely justifiable reasons that Harry dislikes Snape. It's like, oh, he just has an inclination towards hating Snape. It's like, yes, because upon first meeting Snape bullied the shit out of him, embarrassed him in front of the entire class, constantly harassed him, belittled all of the people around him, and was just a massive fucking bully in the exact same vein as the family he just escaped from.
$10 says the author is a woman.
Well, of course the author's a woman. They want to fuck Snape. And they're doing it through child pedophilia.
I'd now pull up the author's profile.
I write Attack on Titan, Harry Potter, and do-ra-ra-ra-ra fics, but
Oh, wait, no. My second baby is my Attack on Titan. It's a woman.
It's a woman. Also, I write Yuri on Ice. It's a fucking woman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Large Harry Potter project is centered on Harry's twin. Oh, yeah. It's also a bit of a crossover with Full Metal Alchemist and Attack on Titan.
A bit of a you can't have a bit of a fucking crossover, you.
Especially with Attack on fucking Titan.
I wanted
How
to
does
meld
that-
some ideas from those fandoms into the lore of Harry Potter, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't, bitch.
Like fucking what?
My second baby is Attack on Titan, but I won't be following canon. Oh my god, it's such
What's
a woman.
The point?
It's such a fucking woman. I'm in college.
I read the manga and needed some time to process.
I don't know,
Whoa.
lady. You seem to really like homicidal men, so I don't know why you don't like Eren Yeager.
She can fix him.
Oh god, not more of that shit. I don't. No one needs that.
Listen, there's a lot of people who thought they could fix Eren Yeager. The only thing he fixed them was for a snack.
Oh, I was gonna say bayonets, but yeah, that too. Given a second chance at fucking a child? Will Snape make the same mistake twice, or can things be different? A redemption
Hang on a minute,
story.
author. That's much worse than I think what you intended for.
Yeah. Also,
I don't think the author cares.
has a crush on Lily Potter, proceeds to fuck her daughter.
Her daughter, his student.
So
So he's
it's,
probably bullying her brother.
the little finger approach.
Yeah. This is a Remus times Sirius story, of course, obviously, because the author is a massive, delusional, meat blob.
Yuri on Ice. Enough said.
Yes, exactly, that's what I just said. And so their Attack on Titan story, just like when we were kids, the childhood friend of Levi Ackerman, Eris, my OC, has escaped from the clutches of Kenny to enlist in the Survey Corps.
Now, note that this Attack on Titan fic has no reviews. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, and only 8
Zero
follows. 8 favorites,
reviews.
sorry.
8 faves, 15 follows.
Yeah. Far from a sweet reunion, Eris holds resentment in her heart towards humanity's strongest soldier and desires to confront him violently. Yes. You, individual, that are our only hope of leading the people to a better future, I am going to violently stab you because your brother was mean to me. Woman.
It makes so much sense.
Also, this is a spit roast fic.
I'm sorry, a what?
A spit roast fic.
A
A woman times 2 guys.
Yeah, I got that. Who's the other guy?
Erwin Smith. Yeah. Women. Yep. Oh yeah, here's a completely useless story that has absolutely no point in existing. Daphne Greengrass and the Boy Who Lived. Daphne Greengrass attends Hogwarts as a regular Slytherin student. But then she befriends Harry Potter, and her life stops being normal. Harry times Daphne and Ginny. Much later on, canon pairings usually, heavily stations of canon. Alright, so then what's the fucking point of the story? Daphne joins Harry, Harry has a harem, and the story doesn't change?
Sounds right. She just wanted the lewds.
It's like, what the fuck's the
If you
point?
just want the lewds, you can just write the.
Let's see here. Let's see. Ashes in the wake of a war. When the basilisk venom and the phoenix tears and Harry's Potter blood starts making changes to his body. Oh, dear God.
Oh
I
god,
don't
this
like-
shit again.
I don't like this has only been done interestingly in one single story, and that was where the
It's been done interestingly.
yes, one time ever. It's where it turned into a rejuvenation serum, except it didn't have a target DNA, I guess, or some shit. Basically, it turned into a potion that was eternally active in his blood, healing and damaging him. But then when he gets scratched by the dragon claw,
I think I remember that one.
and
Or something like it.
a chunk of the claw gets stuck in his bone, and then his bone gets healed with a spell fusing the claw into his bone. The basilisk venom and the phoenix tears, with their infinite rejuvenation cycle, turns him into a dragon.
Yeah, I'd never read that one.
Yeah. And that was done interestingly, if only for the fact that it completely departed from Hogwarts. It was just like, hey, Hogwarts, Voldemort's a problem, that's cool and all, except here's a story about Harry turning into a fucking dragon knight over in Siberia.
From
I see.
Siberia.
Sorry, not Siberia,
Fair
Bosnia.
enough.
Well,
So tell me, did that one ever go anywhere, or did that one die?
Oh, it's done.
Damn.
Yeah.
Actually, please link that.
Yeah, I'll try and find it. Anyway, this is not anywhere near what that's gonna be, because this one's gonna get fucked up in 10 seconds. It's not like he was going to live long enough for it to be a problem anyway. Even if he had planned to live past the final battle, he could have never guessed the struggle awaiting on the other side. Or the egg that just popped out of his ass. Definitely didn't predict the egg. A Harry
What?
Potter times Severus story.
I'm sorry. Wait. So he kills the snake. He kills Basilisk back in second year.
Yep.
He notices changes
Yep.
from the third year onwards, but
Yep.
already then he was planning to off himself via Voldemort.
Yes.
Really?
He was actually planning on committing assisted suicide the whole time. It was never Dumbledore's idea. Dumbledore never manipulated him into it. He just planned on doing it the whole time. Under his own free will, yes.
And then he got booty bothered by Snape and dropped an egg.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I have
Booty
to know.
bothered?
Yes.
Against the
That's,
wall.
Okay, so we have no profile, so I can't tell if this is woman or not. But let's read their other stories to see if we can identify the individual. All right,
Only women write in Prague.
pretty much. Not even. I don't know any gay guys that write mpreg.
Yeah, based on the bottom story there, I'm going to say woman.
Yeah, so we'll just work our way down. So we have the medium between life and death. There were very few things in Harry Potter's life that he was certain of. One thing he was absolutely certain, though, was that he felt it in his bones as long as he could remember it. He, Harry Potter, was definitely dead. The living people around him might not believe him, but he was dead for sure, totally. Oh well, it doesn't impact his life much. Besides, it's nice to get help with his schoolwork from his parents.
His life.
If he's dead, how is he growing?
Slow clap.
He's growing dead. I don't know.
Also-
Toenails grow after you die.
Also, it's a Harry
interacting with
Potter
his
times
parent.
Cedric story.
Is in no way, shape, or form going to change how the story goes.
Nope.
Of course not.
Also, it's a Harry Potter times Cedric story. Just want to make that clear again.
No.
So now there is a Harry Potter times Luna story. However, I believe I might have deduced the ethnicity of our writer.
Really?
Really?
Yes. So let me read the summary, and then you can guess how I might have figured this out. Ignore the Dementor. Ignore the Dementor. Really, it's fine. There's no other monsters here. It's just me, Harry. When things go very wrong before his 5th year, Harry Potter tries to pretend everything is normal, while also taking care of his Harry suit so that it stays healthy and alive, and learning to rein in his new powers. Yeah, definitely everything is normal. Creature Harry times Luna. So, can you figure out how I deduced the ethnicity of this individual?
No.
Does this
I don't
individual
think-
perhaps?
Possibly be the bestiality.
You might be correct.
Does he perhaps count grades of race if you drop them? Like a vampire.
Yeah, so Harry is a Dementor. Somehow. And he can possess his body. Somehow. And he has sex with Luna. As a Dementor. Possibly.
Yeah, that doesn't fucking work.
I guess that
What
gives
the
a whole
Harry
new
suit?
meaning to making her scream, doesn't it?
Yes. So I just want to be clear, that is their only straight story. Where Harry is a non-human fucking Luna.
Of course. God damn it, Sneaky, why you gotta do this shit?
Oh god, Harry Potter section, you just don't fail to deliver, do you? High heels and hippogriffs. Harry Potter is having a horrible summer. He just lost his godfather, he was told he was supposed to fulfill a terrifying prophecy, and his body decided to rebel against him as some kind of spell slowly began to wear off, revealing that he was actually a woman the whole time. And he has to wear high heels now. Harry Potter
I'm
times
sorry, what?
Neville.
That's one.
What?
What? Okay, my brain just retroactively removed knowledge. Why is Harry wearing high heels?
Because actually there was a slow-acting spell on him that turns him into a woman.
It was Snape. Snape did it.
I mean,
This is a Harry Potter times Neville story, which I guess is sort of straight if you include the whole trans spell. In it.
if it actually, I don't want to like debate the I guess if it actually made you into a real woman.
Was he originally a woman, or is this like you said, he was originally a girl and this spell is wearing off,
It
or
says
is it
the
a spell that
spell
was
is
put on
wearing
him?
off, so it was a slow-acting, long-term spell to make him have a penis.
Yeah, so he was originally a woman, he was turned into a boy, and
That
okay.
surely won't fuck up your brain development through puberty.
Testosterone.
Magic.
Oh yeah, magic.
Well, I mean, yes, but your brain would still develop due to the chemicals in your body. Whether the chemicals are being created magically or not doesn't really matter.
Sneaky, they let children use what's it called?
Polyjuice?
Polyjuice.
No, they don't let children use the polyjuice, actually. That's actually a forbidden thing. You're not allowed to create that underneath the 5th year.
Totally let children do it.
So it's also a Tonks times Remus story, surprisingly. Which probably is going to be a Harry Potter realizes he is a she now, and so Tonks has to guide them through being a woman because Tonks is the best at that. Or something.
Don't forget your dose of bestiality there.
No, I don't think there's any bestiality in this one.
You're telling me she doesn't fuck Ramus as a werewolf?
That would cause Ramus to kill her, so probably not, no.
Oh no, it'll be
On
fine.
screen,
The author has
anyway.
some way of not doing it.
Oh, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if the author pulled that kind of shit, but as far as we're aware here right now, in this moment, no. So we also have You Are All I Have. A piece of Voldemort's soul attached to baby Harry Potter that fateful Halloween night. So canon. Very impressive. Published 2021. So I'm not really sure why you're opening up with canon in your summary, but okay. Over the years, this soul piece witnessed how much danger and pain his host was in.
Because
And it's
Voldemort
one of
would give
these-
a flying
But
fuck.
yeah, because Voldemort's a sympathetic individual.
Voldemort, known and renowned for his excellent health care and plan and significant and generous mental health days and general concern for the well-being of his subordinates.
Yeah, Voldemort,
fact-
I can do better than
Stand-up
Hitler.
guy.
In fact, he cared about their well-being so much, he gave them a little tattoo so that he could always track them and make sure that he knew exactly where they were and that they weren't doing dangerous things.
Real stand-up guy.
Yep. I still think Tom, I can do better than Hitler.
Truly an enlightened boss.
Yeah. Tom, Hitler didn't go far enough, Riddle.
Oh, shit.
Not fucking wrong.
Get it.
Holy fuck, that's a...
It's like, I'm sorry, but like,
That's a
Lord
statement.
Voldemort is one of the few characters in media these days, in the modern times, that you can objectively say, just flat out, across the board, are terrible people with absolutely garbage reasons for what they do.
Oh, yes.
Like, it's very rare in this day and age, unfortunately. But they are a villain. Just period. There's no redemption for them. They literally want to start a worldwide genocide that includes 6 billion people on the list.
Because mommy dosed daddy with drugs. And
Yes.
he may or may not have been bullied as a young
Fatherless
child
behavior.
Before he went and terrorized the other kids.
Yes.
I'm afraid I don't remember that bit too well, but it's been a few years.
That's pretty much all that was ever mentioned. Oh yeah, and then when he was being recruited to Hogwarts by Dumbledore, Dumbledore came in and said, "Tom, you shouldn't bully people that are lesser than you with magic just because you have magic and they don't." And then proceeded to bully Tom, bully the shit out of Tom, and threatened to burn everything he loved, because reasons, and bullying is wrong. And then said, "Tom, you should come join Hogwarts. I'll teach you how to do magic like me."
To be a better bully, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, at no point in time did Dumbledore actually ever refute the whole, because I have power, I'm allowed to kick the shit out of you worldview that Tom had. In fact, only reinforced it multiple times.
Significantly, over and over.
Yep.
And, keep on sending him back to the orphanage.
Yes.
Because that'll fix everything.
Anyway, so, how far would this soul piece go to protect the child he cares for?
0%.
Yeah, 0%. And Weasley when baby Potter begins to care for Voldemort in return.
What?
Overprotective care, magical training, and some little bits of necromancy. Tom Riddle Jr. times Severus Snape. Harry Potter times Charlie Weasley.
I'm sorry, Charlie
Yes.
Weasley?
Yep. Macho Man, I'm gonna go wrestle dragons. Charlie Weasley takes it up the ass.
No. Harry takes it up the ass from Charlie, obviously.
Yeah, probably. I mean, this is this author we're talking about here. Severus Snape was a pessimist. With the war gearing up again, the Dark Lord running rampant, and a ministry official wearing shutter pink takes over the school. Severus Snape knows that this year will be one of the worst. At least there's the mystery of the new professor to keep him distracted.
And yes, they did actually write out the word shutter
Yes.
in parentheses.
Yes.
Because fuck you.
Yes. Why does this man terrify and intrigue him? What's his strange friendship with Potter? Time travel. Severus Snape times future Harry.
Why does
God
that make
damn it, I
him
was just about
horny?
to say that.
You cease thy words for all time.
The Fury Within! Gay sex creature bestiality!
What?
What?
Repeat!
That's a woman.
After an unexpected birthday surprise, Harry finds himself taking care of a baby. However, his life has taught him that no one is safe around Harry Potter. So how else can he protect the child but to kill it?
What?
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 Oh, we're just jumping straight to Greek parenting, I see.
Oh, sorry. No. Sorry, my bad. How else can he protect the child except to kill himself?
What? Oh, still Greek.
That is still another form of Greek mythological parenting, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, sorry, this is the
What
wrong
is-
Greek parenting myth. We're going with the second one where the parent kills themselves.
Why does that have to be involved?
And he becomes
Jesus.
something more! And who best to help him raise a stable child? Sorry.
Snape.
And who best to help him than the person who would really like him to not be James Potter's son, Severus Snape?
Of
Harry
course.
turns into a creature and has sex with Fred.
What?
Severus Snape and Remus do it during the full moon.
Why does the Harry Potter section consistently jump sharks?
I'm dying.
Horny women, Max.
Sort of shark jumping.
Just a bunch of horny shark jumpers.
I'm dying.
They've got them sharks, and they use them like fucking jump ropes. I'm telling you.
The boy who kept dying! Everyone who called him the boy who lived! But what they didn't realize was, well, he didn't! Death just kept returning him to life because he found the child fascinating. That's right, guys! Death is gay!
Death is also Snape.
Death is...
Is Death also Snape?
Straight people don't die because death is gay. Real Chads can't die because death is gay.
Jesus.
Oh,
Where's my therapist?
hello.
Well, I know I left my therapist in Arkansas, but fuck.
So
Can I
these are the
call him
stories
real
that he
quick?
forces me to listen to. The therapist takes out their phone. I need a therapist.
His therapist takes out a phone. I need a therapist.
Death just was, what happens when Death's best friend turns out to be a mortal who finds it a hard time to stay alive? Well, if he has to make sure people know to leave Harry alone, that's just what he's gonna do by deep-dicking Harry. This is a male Death times male Harry story where they have gay sex.
God.
And that's the first story the author ever published, so I think we conclude this author is a white woman. Between the bestiality and the excessive amounts of gay sex, and the complete misunderstanding of any sort of male relationship.
The irritating thing is, I've read stories written by gay authors who are open about being gay and all that shit.
Yeah.
And they are not as gay as.
Well, you know, the
as
biggest
stories
consumers
written
of
by
gay
straight
porn,
white women.
the biggest consumers
Women.
of gay porn are women.
And it's
Yeah.
because they're fetishizing it that they're over-gaying it.
They
Well,
over fetishize
it's-
it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
the
sorry.
lesbian
we
porn
saying-
is not consumed by lesbian; it's consumed by lonely, horny men.
Actually,
Like,
no, lesbian porn is consumed in majority by lesbian women.
really.
Yes. So women are the
you
biggest
saying-
consumers of men on men and female on female.
Are,
And probably dog on woman, but that's just,
Yes.
are we saying that straight women are more gay than gay men?
yes.
Yes.
See, that's
One
why
minute,
the
I'm going
tomboy.
to
What
look
you
up
have to
my
understand
That's
is
why.
that
That's why the tomboy
most
is
women
the
are not
superior.
100% straight, and they all like to see men fuck. Because for them, it's, oh, hey, look, two hot guys.
Yeah. See,
Then
this is why the
looking at my
tomboy is the
therapist,
superior
one minute.
personality type.
No, I wouldn't say the superior personality type, but she is very nice, yes.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Tomboy is the superior personality type.
I'd say they mostly are.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. The time turning events. So wow, Cedric times Harry, of course.
No.
The time turning events by Bella Leah Amadala. I wonder if this is also a female.
Mm.
They've only written this story. I can't help but think yes. After Hermione and Harry save Cedric's life, he and Harry confess that they've always loved each other. You know, the first time they ever saw each other, but yeah, whatever, sure, yeah. Meanwhile, Hermione falls in love with Victor. However, both couples soon become a triangle, while Harry gets spit roasted by Oliver and Cedric, and unbeknownst to Hermione, Ron loves her.
What the actual fuck? Snaky, stop talking. You're giving me ear cancer.
Note, we do not have ear cancer as part of our package coverage.
Of course not.
Fuck. My old therapist isn't working anymore.
Oh, did you really call him?
No, I tried to look him up,
What?
and I'm not seeing him here.
Well, congratulations, Kitty. I think you made him retire.
Shit. He did make money off me.
You know, it's
When
funny.
you read things Sneaky told you.
You know, it's funny. I've actually been to therapy before. Multiple times with multiple different therapists, and it's very funny because I've had therapists from both sides of, you know, men and women therapists, and when I've told my life story to each of these sides, all of the men therapists that I've had have been like, oh man, that sucks, bro, you know, we can work on this, we can work this out, you know, you need to learn how to move on and stuff like that. You know, very constructive, understanding words and statements, right?
As men do, yes.
And when I tell this story to the female therapists, I get told that I'm in the wrong and I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong to improve my relationship with my mother and stepmother.
As women do, yes.
Yeah. Just thought I'd throw that one out there. So you have the correct form of therapy with men and the incorrect form of therapy, which is listening to a woman.
Woohoo!
Can you see the lack of surprise on my face?
I can
'Cause
imagine
I've
it.
also had both.
Yeah.
The guy therapist, he was good. He helped fix some shit, but the woman therapist was that was a waste of time.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
I would have been better off going back to reading psychology books,
Yeah.
which my male therapist advised against. But yeah, that's how it
It's because
goes.
you tend to over psychoanalyze yourself then, and then it just doesn't lead to good moments. But it's better than paying a female
It will
to
never
talk to
lead
you.
somewhere good.
Yeah.
No, this is why you pay a female to quote unquote talk to you for an hour.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. This is like you better off reading a therapy book and overanalyzing yourself than you are paying a female for their professional opinion.
Or at least for that opinion.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that. I can downgrade. Unlike women.
Imagine that.
We should have Andrew Tate on this podcast. Dude, like, can you imagine how much fun that would have been if we were popular enough to get Andrew Tate on this podcast, and then we could read him a bunch of degenerate stories written by women just to see his reaction?
Imagine would hear one loud boom on the other end of the mic, and that would be it.
I would just fucking love to sit down with him as he gets to force to listen to these absolutely degenerate fantasies from women.
I mean, it'd be an interesting study, though.
I would love to hear his opinion on it.
An interesting study in how much it takes to push a man to suicide by listening to this drivel?
Probably not suicide. Not him, at least.
Or
The other side.
Let's see. A new start for Neville. Neville gets totally awesome. Lame story. Blue and Red. K the Slytherin. After James Potter death, Lily, Cyrus, Remus, Peter try their best to raise little Harry without feeling different from others. However, Albus Dumbledore has lost Lily Potter trust, so at age of 11, Harriet becomes female and goes to Buke's Batons Academy with her cousin Fleur Delacour. Delacour? Delacour?
You're killing me.
Author, come the fuck on!
It's my knife.
What happened when certain blonde catches her eye at their visit to Hogwarts? This is a trans female Harry times Draco.
Of course. $5. This was written by a guy.
Oh, we got
You
K
would
the Slytherin
think.
here.
You would think if Lily
no,
didn't trust Dumbledore.
I don't think this is a guy. So we got Call Me Kiwi. I am a Slytherin.
Very
I am a
shipper.
big Draco times Harry shipper. And I love AUs where Harry turns into a woman.
Okay, you would think if Lily didn't trust Dumbledore, right? And, she sent little female Harry off to Beauxbatons or whatever the fuck. She'd be like, oh, visiting Hogwarts where Dumbledore controls everything? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right.
You're staying at school, bitch.
Draco and Harriet are dating. But is this a stupid rumor or is it? Draco finds well-hidden secret of Harriet Potter. What caused his girlfriend a trauma?
Drama or 12? Because I'd
Jesus.
say he's the source of like 3.
The perfect wife? Oh god.
Oh,
Female Harry
no.
Potter times Draco?
Oh.
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
at
no,
least
no,
it's...
no, no,
it-
no, no.
No, okay, listen. I know the way some of the people on the internet write. There could be much worse than that.
It could be Severitis.
The hunting season has begun, and Draco Malfoy begins his relentless pursuit of the perfect bride. No girl matches up to his standards until he meets female Harry. Female Harry is now the mistress of the Malfoy family, and as the minister's top unspeakable, Jamie, nicknamed Harry Potter, discovers that time management, stealth, sanity, and morning sickness are necessary to become the perfect wife. Humor
Morning sickness.
ensues. Whew.
Why did you have to pick the Harry Potter section?
Well, because you
Because
guys...
he knows that he can produce immense suffering.
Because you guys were boasting about how much sanity you had, and I was like, well, I was gonna go with the Naruto crossover section, but you guys were like, oh, look how big my dick is, and I was like, well, I'm gonna bring dicks
That
into
doesn't mean
this.
you have to chop it off, Sneaky.
If you're
I mean,
gonna bring-
according to sneaky logic, it does.
if you're gonna bring dicks into this, they're getting chopped off. That is certainly a series of words. Thank you, potatoes.
Jesus Christ.
Scar tissue! In the context of our previous conversation.
No, it's a rewrite too, so this is going to be bad.
Yeah. A few years ago, Draco's life changed for the worst. He had to adapt, move on, and get through life in spite of being cursed. But when another werewolf comes to Hogwarts, it gets his alpha pheromones tingling. No, I'm just kidding.
There.
God.
But when another werewolf comes to Hogwarts, things get dangerous. Their behavior towards one another raises eyebrows, and Draco is afraid that a curious mind might end up seeing through him. Werewolf Draco and Werewolf Hermione have sex.
I mean, it could be worse.
It could be very.
Oh no. No.
Thank fuck, it's an ad.
Is it ad time? Oh, it's ad time.
I don't have to see the stories anymore.
The stories aren't real, they can't hurt you.
No shit, there's only like
Absolutely
3
real and
ads.
it can hurt you.
Oh wait, they've reduced the amount of ads they're shoving down your throat?
No, I had 7 earlier.
Oh.
So I guess this is just a short break.
How many ads do I have?
Oh god, so I want to get your opinion on this. You know, we really should start a podcast called Probably Incorrect. Actually, that's a really good podcast name. Probably Incorrect.
You're
Go for
mute
it.
ads, you're subbed.
Anyway.
For 38 months? Jeez.
Yeah, 38 months he's been subbed. I'm immune to ads. Yes, yes, you are, potatoes. Yes, you are. You also hold the 25,000K cheer award. Still.
That's what, $250?
Yes.
Yeah, he's not getting up out
No.
of that anytime soon.
No. The
Holy
25,000 cheer award is remove 2 zeros. Is that 250?
Yeah?
Okay.
So what is this probably incorrect thing?
Oh, probably incorrect is this is bothering me. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Unless
Probably
he
incorrect is
did
my
it through
idea for us to just
his
really.
bits cost more.
really go off the fucking hook with just
We
saying
don't
shit.
already.
Well, yes, but without fanfiction being the context this time. Just pull up news stories, pull up Tumblr pages, and just spit.
Oh,
Oh,
oh god.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that has absolutely zero chance of backfiring on you in any way.
Okay, well, maybe
yeah,
not show
you're
the...
gonna get me nuked.
Well, that's why we would do it under a different channel.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I said, that's why we keep it titled Probably Incorrect. And the tagline is everything we say here is probably incorrect. Can't catch us
they
then.
made sure it's labeled as satire.
Oh yeah, and label it as
Yeah.
satire.
Probably satire. Don't worry, bro. It's probably satire.
So anyway, this is what I want to get your opinion on here. Hogwarts System by System Elysion. As far as they can remember, they've always been part of a system. Never truly alone. When they go to sleep at night, they did not expect to wake up as someone else, younger, and much less in another world.
No.
That of one of their favorite books. A chaotic story written by 3 bored alters with the consent and help of the system.
Oh my god. No.
Alters, really?
Fucking Christmas trees.
So, are you aware of what a system is?
No.
Yes.
So a system...
Unfortunately.
I'm aware that the light of God demands we purge.
Yes.
Yes, you're about to agree with Atin on this one. So, a system is a person with either schizophrenia or firmly believing in the delusional Tumblr bullcrap where they invent multiple personalities for themselves.
Alters, yes.
Yes, alters.
That in systems, they're all perfectly aware of each other and can talk it out, yada yada yada. You know,
Yes.
things that explicitly people with dissociative identity disorder cannot do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Period.
retarded. They can pretend.
It gets even worse because a lot of the people that use this system mechanic tend to make it
System
like, oh,
mechanic.
I'm Toph from Avatar. And my alter is Walter White from Breaking Bad. And I have another alter who's 5 years old, so if I groom any kids, despite me being a 33-year-old man, then it's fine because we're both 5 when I'm doing it.
33-year-old grossly overweight.
So they're LARPing with themselves.
Yes, they are that lonely they start to LARP with themselves, and they believe it.
Which is probably the saddest part, is that they believe it.
Yeah. We know someone who's become a system, unfortunately.
Oh?
We haven't had any interaction with them since they
In a
did
very
that.
long time, yeah. It's
Do I wanna
unfortunate.
know?
No, it was just someone we knew way back in the day. Like, we knew them when they were like 10.
13, I think, is when we first met her.
11? No, I thought it was like
Right.
really young.
Someone you know IRL. Oh, that's even worse.
No, not IRL actually. They just joined our Left 4 Dead game one day, and
Yeah.
we were like, oh, they're pretty good at Left 4 Dead, and they're not like a super squeaker, so we were just fine. Like, we kept the topics very light around them whenever they did join, but like we didn't do anything with them. And they just kind of stuck around and hung out whenever we had hangouts. So, and then they joined some communities, and they started streaming on Twitch, and they got into some weirder communities, and
Of course, they went down the rabbit hole.
then
Probably
they were
furries as
trans
well.
for a little bit. No furry yet. But
Yeah.
they're not trans anymore. Now they're a system.
Oh, wait, when did the trans thing happen?
I think it was very brief. It
yeah,
was,
no, I remember. assuming this is the individual I recall.
Yeah. It's the only one you know
yeah.
about, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, then yes, that was quite brief.
Yeah.
I completely missed out on that though, because the
Yeah.
only person I do know that's trans went
Yeah,
through the
it's the
full
other one,
shebang and
yeah.
is significantly in the interactions I've had with them since, they've been significantly happier in life just in general.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, no, I only knew about it, and I think I only knew about it because we saw they were streaming one day, and we're like, "Hell, yo, hey, what's up?" And that's how we found out about that arc of theirs. And then next time I checked their profile, they were a system with a character from a video game.
Oh no!
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And the character from the video game is a guy, and a murderer, a sociopathic, psychopathic, serial killing murderer. Who might also
You
be
should
cannibal.
never ever relate to certain kinds of like.
Yeah.
I
That's
relate
not-
to a violent murderer.
Yeah.
Red
like,
flags.
Could you move several steps away from me?
Oh, no, it depends on the violent murderer now.
Yeah. Yeah, there was someone over on the Gunpla Discord that, like, I relate to Mikazuki. It's like, oh, you need to get some help then.
I relate to Mikazuki.
That is, you should never relate to an actual sociopath.
Like, don't get me
It's
wrong.
not good.
I'll say shit like I can vibe to that character, or they're my spirit animal. But
yeah, that's not the same as relating. Though.
Yeah, that's not the same as
completely different context.
Yeah, that's not quite the same, which is very impressive, considering it's me we're talking about here. So let's see what else we got here going on. Yes, of course. Harry, the Metamorph Magus. Harry Potter has always felt different, and with Cyrus back in his life, oh god.
Shit posting is much different than being dead serious about something.
So I just want to reframe this summary to include the information I've just learned by reading the end of the summary.
Oh god.
Harry Potter always felt different from everyone else, and with a black dog in his life again, things were about to get crazy. Will Harry be able to cope with the changes that he undergoes? Join Harry on this journey and discover what his life could have been. Harry Potter times OC times Hermione Granger with a femme Harry. So Harry Potter realizes that they are different when a black dog comes into his life.
Please.
No.
No.
No, Sneaky.
And they realized they were actually a woman.
What?
Every time. You just know.
Oh boy, they write themselves. Yeah, shitposting is different from being dead serious. Yeah, a little bit. I'm not shitposting when I can say I can vibe to that, or like they're my spirit animal always. Now, sometimes I am shitposting when I say that stuff, but like, not always. But at the same time, I'm not like, oh man, you know, that mass murdering psychopath from this video game, he makes a lot of really good points, and I think I should go act on them. I'm not doing that, so yet.
Hey, Sneaky,
Yeah.
speaking of things that are going to make me act on my violent impulse of Poison Touch,
What about Poison Touch?
why did Ice Frog increase the duration of Poison Touch in the new patch?
Because he wants you to perish.
Yazoo!
Yeah, because he wants you to perish, that's why.
Listen, still the best hero line. Yazoo!
Yeah,
And I'm purposely going us off track here because I want you to go to any other section. Any other section than this.
Any other section, he says. Okay.
Any other
What have you
section.
done?
You've screwed us all.
No. I want you to think about the last thing he just read. Do you really think it's going to get worse?
Yeah.
The catchphrase of the show is it always
That's
gets
the
worse.
tagline, Atin.
It always gets worse.
No crossovers.
Rise of the
please.
Hollow God. Naruto times Teiyua.
Hey, you know what this isn't, folks?
Please, yeah.
Strange dog fetishes.
That's fair.
No, instead it's a strange fox fetish.
That's also
Not yet,
fair.
is it?
All the Espada
Satisfactory.
die and find themselves in front of a goddess who reveals they were all one person a long time ago, known as Naruto
that
Uzumaki.
stupid thing.
Oh God.
No,
Ooh,
wait,
that's
that
a fresh,
doesn't
that's a
sound
fresh
right.
batch
Hang
of
on a
stupid
second.
boys.
I remember hearing old premises like that long ago.
Wait, hold on. Wait. All of the Espada were
Or
once
one person known as Naruto
Naruto.
Uzumaki.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense, though.
They're
Because...
like all of his souls split apart or something.
Right,
I
no,
think that's
you
their
understand
excuse.
though, like that doesn't make sense because we have two Espada that stopped being Espada without dying.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
We
disregarding
also have
canon.
one Espada that's somehow two souls.
And one Espada that's a child.
Also, one Espada that's
Oh,
A woman.
two halves of a soul in two bodies.
And a child.
is she a child or is she just a woman who looks like a child?
Oh, Lily? If we're talking about Lily, that's a child. If we're talking about Nell, that's also a child until she isn't.
That's who I'm talking
Nell's
about.
is
not
A
that
child.
weird.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
Nell is actually specifically outlined to be in a childlike state until she activates some full power of her mask.
Yes, it's de-aging bullshit
Yes.
mechanic versus actually a child.
Yes, but this also includes a childlike mentality with her not even being capable of full speech, so...
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
it's not good.
No.
Yeah, the Nell times Ichigo stories get a little weird, because in some of those stories, they don't fix Nell being a child all the time.
I'm sorry, what do you mean some of
Well,
those stories?
no,
You mean most?
no, some of those stories, no, okay, well... I honestly, it's about, like, 60% of them are just porn, so they get rid of the child Nell very quickly by, like, coming up with some bullshit reason, like, oh, Ichigo, like, fused his Ryatsu into her mask, and it, like, fixed it, and then she became, like,
What, they don't go
soul-bound
all
to
in
him.
on child porn?
No,
No,
surprisingly, no.
Huh.
Shockingly, the Bleach section has very little child porn.
They're actually quite good about that.
It's a little
I'd
weird.
be surprised.
Very surprising.
We should be clear. It's weird for this website. We're quite pleased with it, but it is.
Oh yes, don't
it
get
is
me
an
wrong.
oddity.
I'm very happy about this information, but I am weirded out about how effective this fandom is about not having child pornography in it.
If we could find a way to export that ability.
Yes, indeed.
Good
Maybe
luck
it's
with
just
that.
a general lack of fan service.
I think it's the lack of female fans in the Bleach section.
Could be.
There is that.
Yeah. I may have changed a thing or two. A Naruto High School DxD crossover.
A thing or two. Fuck off.
Yes. He made a splash and some ripples a long time ago, and he never stopped with the ripples. Yet Fate tried to hold it all together and make the Stations of Canon happen anyway. Fate was really working overtime. And that's the author's excuse as to why everything happens the exact same anyway.
It's not, totally not, because the author's fucking lazy and a hack and can't come up with original ideas worth of shit.
Yeah, more or
Totally
less.
not.
You know, so speaking of which, actually, I revisited my old idea for that DXD self-insert story, in which I gamed the system using the devil imagination power to just break shit.
The
Okay,
one with,
how
like, the self.
quickly do you end up committing genocide?
Not quickly at all, actually.
Damn, you need to work on that.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it a crack fic because I actually wanted to, like...
No, that's not crack. That's just the right thing to do.
I didn't catch about half that. Devil imagination power to do what?
Right, so you know DXD, and you know the devil imagination power?
Yeah, they can imagine and make magic.
Right. And anything they can imagine, they can turn into an effect.
Yeah.
And so I had the idea of, what if you took the really stupid meme concept of the power outlet plugged into itself? Well,
Yeah.
the power outlet plugged into the power strip that is its own power strip. And you just kept pouring magic into that until you needed a spell. And then you would just remove some power from that. So basically you would just have an infinite battery that you could infinitely charge and then take power out whenever you needed it, instead of having your own little mana pool.
Fucking do it. I'll read it.
And that spawned that whole DXD idea, which I then revisited recently with an idea of adding in what I'm calling the archival system, which is not a gamer system at all. It has literally no gamer powers, period, in it. And if I want to have something like a health bar, I have to invent a spell that does that.
Takes 2 minutes, just devil powers.
Yeah, but what do you gauge for health?
Like, a lot of this. Sorry, go on.
Sneaky, I want health bars measured in how many more stabbings will it take for them to die.
Yeah, that's fair. No, but see, like, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, you can invent stuff like that with this system. And the whole idea of the archive system, and how I'm going to frame it, and how I'm going to just completely ignore the stations of canon for DXD, is that this is going to be an AU. Specifically, my characters being sent to this AU world with the specific intent of archiving effectively what's going to be SCPs that are crossing over into the world. And because the whole plot of this is that this world is a barrier universe that's being used to prevent AUs from spawning. And that's why I'm just gonna be able to be like, oh yeah, so this is a gun. It's special because it kills whatever you shoot with it. But it doesn't use bullets. It shoots justifications. And it's retroactive.
Okay, that thing.
Yes. Stuff like that appears in this world. And the job of the main character is to go hunt down this shit and retrieve it for the archive system to secure, contain, and protect.
Oh no.
It sounds like it works. I mean, yeah, go for it.
Which would
I only
let me...
have one question.
Yeah.
How big is the harem?
None, because I'm not super interested in romance.
Well, you're not gonna get many readers because it's DXD. We're only interested in one fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm aware of this information.
I'd still probably give it a shot just from the fact that you're writing it.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Sneaky, I know I can expect some decent quality stuff.
If I ever write it.
Yeah,
Sneaky.
That is the problem. Wait,
This
potatoes?
is a system wasted on fanfiction. What the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
Mana bar? How many cheeseburgers?
that? That would be
can you
good
suck?
for a short story or a series of short stories of original fiction.
Yes, this is true.
Like, you have multiple half-decent writers that you could call them. Just like, hey guys, here's the system. Make a thing and compile it.
Sure.
Why would you put this much thought into this for fanfiction?
Because he's a child.
This is a legitimate question. Like,
All right, Max.
this sounds
Max,
like an easy couple $100.
Max, I'm gonna counter this
Mhm,
with my own answer.
mhm.
We are currently on episode 590.
Mhm.
Sorry, 690. My bad. Knowing this information, would you like to retract your question?
No,
All right.
that's a horrible rebuttal, and you know it.
Why would I spend so much time on a bad fanfiction idea when I have
No,
spent over
no.
1,000 hours
Sneaky, that
of
was
my
not my
life?
question. Sneaky, that was not my question. Why would you put so much effort into this idea
Yeah.
for
When it
a
could be original
fanfiction? This is not a
fanfiction,
bad idea. This would be good for an
Well,
original
I meant more of
world
as
and
it's a
setting.
bad idea for fanfiction rather than.
No,
It's
it's not a
not
bad idea for
good
fanfiction.
for
It's wasted on
fanfiction.
fanfiction.
Exactly.
I mean,
so-
honestly, I might go forward with making it a giant fucking multi-crossover and just including whatever I want because it's, I'll call it a border world.
That's even worse.
I know. It's great.
God damn it.
And then I'll pay you to ghostwrite it for me. And you can include as many lewds as you want.
Well, you may have just sold him on that then.
Wait.
What was that?
Wait.
Dude,
He is
you are...
breaking his mic at record speed.
This man is
It's truly
actively
impressive.
destroying his mic. So you want
I'm
to try
sorry, you
that
wanna
one
try
more
that one
time
again?
without speaking into a potato?
Yeah, right. My normal rate.
Of course it'll be your normal rate, and then I'll just harvest all of the money. And then I'll just harvest all of the money off of this and continue to pay.
Damn it.
Oh, wow.
See, everyone wins. I get money, he gets money, people get to read about sex.
I'm sorry, how are you making money off of this?
Oh, inevitably I'll open up a Patreon for this story to get it continued. And I'll charge twice whatever I'm paying Sign.
Which is hilarious because I'm going to charge him for it on my own subscribe star.
Yeah, I'll just charge
I've
twice.
paid like 6 times over.
Yeah, his mic's dead again.
Yeah, well, you see, that's what happens when you shove a potato into your tin can with a string on it.
Okay, look, it's shitty internet, okay? It's not the mic.
I thought it was your parents'
Something about a
Rokus.
shitty mic? That's all I got? What about you, Sneaky?
No, I heard my parents have Rokus on and they keep watching porn while I want to go to this show.
It's not porn, but yes, it is the Roku.
I mean, I don't believe you about it not being porn.
Well, let's prove that, but that's going to be going into too much personal detail.
Naruto, Puella Magica Madoka.
Oh, God.
Naruto's Magia, Magical Demon Fox Adventure.
Oh god, what did they do?
The story begins at Sasuke's retrieval arc. Naruto fought Sasuke to prevent him. Oh.
I'm sorry, he what?
To prevent him.
Sorry, where do I go for a gun?
That's what we're in store for.
Down the
Why don't
street.
you have one?
To joins the Orochimaru in his quest for power and revenge. Naruto died during the fight, but Anne Divine but and divine intervention occurred as goddesses sense Naruto to different world, knowing Naruto won't be welcoming back. In New World, Naruto faced treats and witches.
Oh, God. What are they doing to my fucking fandom?
Which one? The grammar of this story is a chef's kiss. It's something. It is something, alright. Let's see here.
Oh shit, right, you have a Madoka effect.
Yes. And an Naruto fic.
I'm sorry, you have an Naruto effect?
Yes. More than one. Well, one under this handle and one under that which shall not be named.
How many of them are actually worth reading and aren't degenerate?
None.
Whoa now.
None.
Whoa now.
Actually, let's put it better. How much are worth reading?
But it depends on how degenerate you want them to be.
God damn it.
There you go.
Okay, what's the most... I mean, I could think of several highly degenerate things, but I don't feel like saying them on air.
So
Better.
let me just give you the title here so you understand. Naruto, but it's Slut Ninjas.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
you know what? Not
I
degenerate enough for me.
actually forgot that was
Taimanen.
in your
Bro, I got precisely 0 of those words. It sounded like a Dalek was taking over your soul.
It's something about the sex ninja story.
Yes, the sex ninja story. It's Naruto if the ninjas were all Taimanen. As in Taiman Sagi.
The internet itself is attempting to prevent him from speaking such heinous words.
It sounds like he's eating his mic.
We've all made that joke. We have all made that joke continuously for like the past 5 minutes.
Because it's the lowest hanging fruit on this podcast.
There, check the damn chat.
Damn, this screen really be out
Sign
here.
why.
For money.
You know what?
That's fair enough. You get
You
paid
know
for
what?
that.
Someone is paying him for that, so.
if it makes money, then
Someone's paid me a lot of money for that one.
oh,
You know
speaking
what?
of money,
The
what's
sex
chapter
ninja one?
44?
Working on it next.
You know
Awesome.
what? It's not degenerate enough for me. I think I'll pay you to write some more degenerate stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
You have my interest.
Oh God, I didn't actually want your interest. Well, not
This
sure
is
what
awkward.
we'll do there.
You know is right.
Tell you what, if you swear to never speak of who commissioned you to write certain things, and you'll post it within a random time frame that I'll specify later, then yes.
Oh Lord, here we go. I'm curious.
That way no one knows it was me who commissioned the filth.
It was
Aha.
me, Barry!
Oh,
I
no.
pissed in your cereal!
Truly.
Oh,
God
dear.
fucking damn it, Sneaky, I forgot that meme existed. Now,
It's a great meme. It's a great meme.
Well, you know is right. Unless those changed recently.
What did?
Sign, your rates are still the same, right?
Yeah.
Then yeah. Rates
What did you
are
do?
still
You're about to get ratioed.
No. I'm trying to say that he knows your rights.
I don't know if it's right. Also, hey, what will you not write, just in case?
He already has all that listed. Race baiting,
excellent.
power fantasy, some fucked up shit.
Oh, yeah.
Basically all the things that would get me banned from QQ.
That too, yeah.
Well, that
Damn, I
he
can't
has some
commission this then.
standards.
I mean, what?
Let's see, where is that list of shit he went right?
Hang on.
It's unfortunate that he has to keep adding to it.
Yes, because people keep adding weird shit.
It's a dark day because I've once
Hang on a
again
second.
had to update this list.
I have 10 rules for when commissioning me. I have a new story idea. I have 11 rules for when commissioning me.
I'm worried by the implication that this is a regular occurrence.
Oh, it is.
Apparently. You always get weird people wanting weird shit.
No, I
Those
will
are
not
those-
write Gundams fucking cars. No, I will not write cars fucking Gundams.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to add that.
Just to be
But my
safe.
glorious masterpiece!
No, I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not giving the Gundam a giant cock.
Only for
But
humor.
my shining finger joke, Sneaky.
This is actually
Exactly,
all
shitty
stuff.
finger.
This is all stuff I'm actually pulling from this one DeviantArt guy I know that had to keep updating his commission rules because he got popular because he made some really decent art and he was, you know, relatively affordable. And he was like, all right, so, you know, I won't draw exaggerated features. I won't do this style. I won't do cal art style. I won't involve children,
Cal
stuff like
art?
that. You know, like very basic stuff.
Who the fuck would
And then
pay
the
for
next week he had
art?
to update it with, I don't do furry shit. I don't do
No.
furry shit involving children. I don't do child furry shit. I don't do Gundams with dicks. I don't do Gundams with vaginas.
I appreciate that those were
Well,
separate rules.
If you want
No.
Gundams with dick, go watch Gurren Lagann. They have like plenty of that like midway through.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Yeah, a little bit.
The dick is a euphemism for the
It was
spiral.
hilarious in that part because you could tell what the creators were doing.
I did really appreciate there was that one fight where the girl got naked and hopped on his lap and his spiral energy skyrocketed.
That's fucking great.
I'm just like, alright, fair enough.
Gurren Lagann was a trip.
The best part, another great moment was definitely they're fighting and he's like, ah shit, I'm fucking hungry. I'm not really invested in the fight anymore. His spiral energy powers down. He's like, yo, can we take a time out? I gotta eat. They're like, yeah, I'm kind of hungry too.
God bless that show.
That whole
Remind
show.
it's made by the same people who made Evangelion.
Yes, it gets even better because there's another scene. Well, it's actually multiple scenes, but so Kamina, to anyone who's not aware, is the guide. He is the guide. He is the dying guide, and every single scene he takes his sword out in. If you pay attention, his sword is exactly as large as the scene.
Yes.
That's actually
Yeah.
kind of hilarious.
It's one of the best dumb jokes ever. However big that scene is, that is precisely how long that sword is.
And they even went further with it in one scene and had him cut this giant swath of grass because it was a fisheye lens of him pulling the sword out.
Listen, my personal favorite part of it, but like, my favorite part about Gurren Lagann is that, is it absurd and ridiculous?
Oh,
yes,
it's great.
full stop.
I fucking love it.
But does it also have amazing inspirational messages? Also, yes.
Absolutely.
Well, see, but that's why Gurren Lagann was able to get away with that, because they weren't just like, hey, look, it's so dumb and quirky. They're like, hey, look, it's dumb and quirky, but at the same time, here's some very meaningful, emotional messaging about, you know, how to take life on the chin and to never give up, and how you need to search for your friends and family members that you want to spend your life with, and all of this other shit. And it's just like,
Well, and not just that,
yeah.
but like, Simone is a great example of how to grow up. and how
Yeah.
to grow up to be your hero.
Except right at the end, they threw all of that away. They pissed it all away.
To I mean, I don't know, man. The final punch out scene was pretty good in my opinion.
Think about it. Because Nia died after everything ends, Simon just decides, okay, you know what? I'm done with life. I'm going to go be a hermit. I'm not going to get with anybody else. I'm not going to have children. I'm just going to go dig a hole and live in it forever. Done. No, they pissed it all away.
Does that happen in the movie?
No, but
He doesn't.
he's
No, he
a-
doesn't go
he's a
live in a hole
digger.
forever.
Even if he does, he's a digger. That's what he remained.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
but
that's
Just
like not
just-
what happened in the movie. Pretty sure like the movie basically retconned the last 3 episodes.
I never
Here's
saw the
thing,
movie.
That being said, I actually
100% go
really
see the
enjoyed
movie.
ending.
They massively improved the last 3 episodes.
Cool. I'll go find the movie somewhere.
Yeah, I think he hooks up the Yoko.
Okay, that makes so much more fucking sense.
I mean,
I think I don't like super remember the epilogue, but like, yeah. But no, that was just great. I loved that show. It was such a great show. And they went on and did Kill la Kill. That was also just a really dumb show.
Kill la Kill's a
I'm
show.
not the whole thing.
I'm not gonna say it was a great show, but it was a fucking show.
I mean, it had some great action.
Listen. I will say this about Kill la Kill. It certainly entertained me.
I'll say this. Kill la Kill is a great example of a show that takes itself seriously internally, but externally knows it's a joke.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about right.
Like, everyone is super fucking serious 100% of the time in the show. But everyone, including the showmakers, know that their show is just an absolute circus.
Well, I was gonna say right. It's how they do. It's how you do humor. It's how you make a show humorous, even when it has a serious premise, right? Because almost all of the humor from Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill,
Yeah.
comes from either metatextual jokes, and I hate saying that word, but right, that like everything Mako does is serious and makes sense in the wider context of the show, the way she behaves.
Yep.
But you also have her wearing a Joseph Joestar coat and putting a piece of straw in her mouth and being a bad at. Like, that's like 7 jokes.
Also, the power was secretly inside you all along, Mako. Wait, really? No, you're just so fucking terrible we can maximize your stats.
Which one's Mako again?
The silly side character.
The silly side character who ends up with what's her face.
Oh? Ryoko?
Yeah, who may or may not, depending on which fan you talk to, might have been replaced with Nui.
Which would be
I'm sorry, what?
Right.
Huh?
So let me explain this conspiracy theory to you.
Oh, please don't. This is going to be like hearing about lizard people killing JFK, isn't it?
No. So there's the
People did
Mako
kill JFK.
Nui. So there's the Mako Nui theory. And it's because Nui, the clothing girl, the big fucking
The blonde-haired
enormous
girl who's like insane and has one eye.
Yeah, who's technically actually clothes in the shape of a person or some shit.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. Yeah,
Right.
the weird psycho chick.
So, she was shown as being capable of turning into threads and entering someone. And so she was defeated
I thought she could only take over their clothes.
It's Kill la Kill. They weren't very, clear on a lot of things. Either way, well, they also showed that the clothing threads could take over people. if there was enough of them on them.
Yeah.
So either way, the way she was killed, I think it was like she unraveled or some shit, and so like everyone was like,
they
"Oh, well."
unraveled her, and then they cut like the core seed or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. But the thing is that they never really proved she was dead. They were just like, "All right, she's been defeated. She's gone now, and we're gonna go fight the final boss." Except there's a scene where Mako is not with the team anymore. And then the next time she shows up in the epilogue, she's wearing a bow and she's smirking.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And so everyone was like, wait a fucking second. Hold up. And it was like for 3 frames. It was like a slight smirk, and then she goes back to her normal behavior in the epilogue. And everyone was like, wait a second.
And now I have to go watch the ending of Kill la Kill.
I'm stopped about the middle.
I hate how.
Or you could just look up the theory.
It's Kill la Kill at the same time. It's like, yeah, no, I hate the fact that I can see that being an actual thing.
Well, like the thing that I hate, like they would do it, and it would never matter.
Right, exactly.
Never getting a second season, so no.
And you know what? That's a show that I don't think should have a second season.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like Gurren
Kill la
Lagann.
Kill straight up. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, kind of like Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill is the sort of story where you're just like, I'm glad that we have what we have. Trying to add more on to these, as great as they might have been or might not have been, whatever your opinion was, as great as they might have been, trying to add more is gonna devalue it.
You have a resolution and it's good enough.
Don't be whatever guy made Evangelion.
Evangelion 2.0, 2.1, 3.0, 3.1, 4.0, the real final ending this time, guys.
The ending, the real end, the super duper end, I swear to God.
Kill la Kill also had when they basically killed the villain, then they had the
So the
epilogue
movies are
with Ocean,
basically
put everything
retconning
down.
the entire series.
Yes. No,
What?
really, they are.
Oh yeah.
Like Kill la Kill had like a straight ending. They also had like an epilogue where they straight up put everything down. The scissor blades are sunk in the ocean. They're gone. There's no life fibers. Everything's done and over with. A sequel would just not only make no sense.
Oh, okay. It's not that she's wearing a bow. It's that.
Yeah. It's the thing on Nui's dress turned upside down, and yeah, she does the whole eye wink with the one eye, and everyone's like, Let's see if there's someone that actually like fully explained the theory. It's just a fucking color scheme.
Anyway, point is, don't go trying to add to these things. Leave them alone. Let them be.
Yeah.
We need a million reboots.
I mean,
Gotta make that.
it's sort of like why I don't bother looking up Gurren Lagann fanfiction or looking up Kill la Kill fanfiction, is because honestly, at the end of the day, what was there was good in a self-contained little bubble. And trying to add more characters to the story, or trying to write it better, air quotes, or trying to alter the events in the story fundamentally change what the messages were in the story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, here's the thing. I don't want more of that, right? I'm not gonna go looking for Kill la Kill or Gurren Lagann fanfiction because I got an ending. I like the ending. Have no desire for additional works. I don't need them, and I don't want them.
Counter for the lewds.
No.
What?
No. Don't want
There
that.
are lots of people who would pay for the lewds
Lewds
I'm
of
sure
what?
there are, but I'm not one of them.
of Gurren Lagann.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, okay, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yaoi, bestiality, gore, serious injury, violence, maiming, torture, sex. I like how you have to outline that the sexual stuff is fine.
Jesus.
Limb removal. I...
Really?
I...
Fucking really?
Have you really gotten requests like these of like, hey, can you make this person a full amputee?
Yes.
Oh
People
boy.
have asked you for all of this shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm assuming you
Including
started with
gore.
like... Yeah, I'm assuming you started with like the first three, right?
Yeah. And then I had to add more.
Yeah. Violent rape, gang rape, orcs or other sorts of rape, non-violent rape, i.e. blackmail, might be fine in most cases. Cock and ball torture, pegging, violence, and other hardcore female domination is not allowed.
You'd be surprised how many people want that shit.
I would not
Not.
be surprised how many people want that shit, because I have to hear Arn talk about it all the time.
They
Jesus.
especially love mommy dom.
Yeah, Arn does love his mommy dom.
Listen, that's just the power of Sigmund Freud growing stronger.
Most NTR, cheating and cucking, fair enough. Scat, fair enough. But yeah, that's okay. I mean, if you're...
Now see,
those
what
are
I've noticed
words.
is the things that I was going to request aren't on the list, so we're
Traps, transsexuals, and fudas are not okay.
Now I've got to know what you want to request. That should be on my list.
good. No,
Race
no.
play is not okay.
Because
Except
QQ.
if it's monster girls or aliens.
Because QQ.
Yeah. Lack of emotional investment or payout or general feels bad man sad stuff. Like a hooker hooking up with a client and keeping it strictly business. Fair.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who just won't. Okay, let's have. Just give me sex. That's all. I'm like, no.
I just want the sex. I came
Yes.
here for them sex, and I just want them sex.
Yes.
Draw me the porn.
Basically. The list will get bigger.
Well, I'm sure. You can help by expanding it, Atin.
Yes, Ed. Help me expand my list.
You can this list. This article is a stub. You can help by expanding it.
That is forever the funniest joke I've ever seen on Wikipedia.
What was it? Was it war crimes?
It was the war crimes list that had it on it. It was the Jewish
List of
countries
school
banned
shootings.
list, the school shootings list,
Mm.
ethnic cleansing list. There was quite a number of lists that Wikipedia had automatically put you can help by expanding it on them. And then Wikipedia took down that, being like,
We may be sending
Maybe
the
we should
wrong
rewrite
message.
this.
They took it down?
I'm pretty sure they've taken down the this is a stub. You can help by expanding this list from a lot of those, yeah. Banned from 109 countries. You can help by expanding this list.
I thought it was more than 109.
That's like 119 now.
Wait, the Wonder Bread guy?
Yes, the Wonder Bread
Do
guy.
I even want to know?
Oh, so no, here we go. Very vanilla. So, Wonder Bread guy is this guy who goes to porn artists, and he has them commission picture of a white woman, possibly in plaid, either buying Wonder Bread from a supermarket, an excessive amount of Wonder Bread from a supermarket, or cutting down forests with an axe or a chainsaw.
I remember hearing about this guy. He's fucking weird.
And that's
Thankfully,
all
AI
he does.
generation have saved future artists now.
Yes, he's now actually collected all of his art, and he's given it to a AI learning algorithm to learn his art that he's collected, and now he's just generating it infinitely.
I wish I could be certain that you were jesting.
I am not. He
No,
unfortunately
this is not a joke.
he posted on his Twitter.
Posts.
Yeah, he posted
Oh,
on his
Lord.
Twitter that he now
Um,
has a link to anyone else that wants to use his Wonder Bread trained AI.
That is
that
some cursed shit.
that AI is going to be what
Just
starts
AI.
Skynet.
I'm sorry. My brain just immediately conjured this, like, movie scene where the teenage girl is freaking out about her first date, and the helpful AI is like, oh, yes, I've done research on this, and proceeds to give her a flannel, a loaf of Wonder Bread, and a chainsaw.
Okay, that works. She get a
I
date.
mean, you know what?
I date it.
Uzumaki of Prophecy, annoyed with the fact that he was once again ignored by his parents for his younger twin sisters, who have the yin and yang halves of the Kyuubi in them.
Oh, one of these
Naruto
stupid things.
leaves
Oh,
home
God.
one night and meets history's greatest loser, Kojiro Sasaki. Can Naruto forgive his parents? And will he come to understand the strange feelings his sisters have for him? Oh, God.
It was one of those.
Yeah. Well, there will be Uzumaki incest and Fem Kyuubi times Naruto pairing.
Of course.
Oh, so the Kyuubi brainwashes his sisters into loving him.
And there's bestiality.
No, don't worry.
Yep.
This is just a fox girl, so it's not entirely bestiality. It's only bestiality A minor.
No. 15% is fine. It's only if you go over 25% that it becomes bestiality.
That's fair.
Really? Is there a chart for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Did you not know about the chart? All right, let me bring up
Well,
the
the
chart.
Throw me that so I can
So
throw it
look
at
up
some
the
people.
chart.
I'm showing him the chart.
I need to throw it at some people.
Oh, why does Asmongold have his own personal furry chart? Ah,
This
yes.
is knowledge we do not wish to gain.
This is the Asmongold approved furry scale.
No, I'm sorry. 2 is still what? Not.
Semi-furry.
No, 2 is what?
2 is semi-furry.
I think his scale is skipping a few very important steps.
It does. It does skip a couple steps. So, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go to the original OG Reddit-based furry chart.
Yeah,
Yes, please do.
the one that's brought up whenever anyone talks about the cat girls in 40K.
So this is the true furry chart with a lot more gradients here. So we have human, we have Neko, which is basically a human with cat ears and a cat tail.
Can you
And let's be
post
clear,
that so I can?
this is
throw it
just an
at some-
example that extends to anyone with those, like, doesn't matter. It's not cat specific people.
Right.
Cat,
So
dog,
we
fox, doesn't
have
matter.
borderline furry. So we have crossed the furry line. So borderline furry is animal structured hands and nose, losing the pure humanity shape. So we have pretty furry, which is basically the same thing as borderline furry, except they start to gain tan lines that look like fur in the way their animal is, whatever
They
animal
may
you're
also
using.
have some actual fur.
No,
Oh, right, no, because that's step.
This is
step-
more furry, where
Yeah.
it's visibly fur. And then we have very furry, where they become fuzzy. And then we have furry, anthro-furry, which is basically just a humanized animal. And then we have cat. Which
Oh
is,
wait, no, Sneaky, that's not the correct version because that doesn't say "you sick fuck."
Yes. But this is the original OG version.
I see.
Is it the
Alright.
OG version?
According to
I've,
Know Your Meme, it
thrown
is.
I've
So
thrown
I was
it
looking
to
at-
people that need it.
that's unfortunate. Anyway, who the fuck is Kojiro Sasaki?
The
Record of
assassin
Ragnarok.
from Fate.
No, not.
Oh,
not
that's Record of
Fate this time.
Ragnarok.
It's,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, Records of Ragnarok.
Same character basically,
Code-
but he's an old dude.
I mean, Kojiro Sasaki is just a swordsman who may or may not have existed, who Musashi may or may not have beat over the head with a wooden paddle, I think.
Masashi definitely beat him with an oar.
The manga is great.
Interesting, cool. So, very good. Humanity's strongest loser. Interesting.
Certainly one way of referring to him.
I did appreciate that in Records of Ragnarok, the Buddha did choose to fight on humanity's side.
Oh
So-
yeah, Buddha is great. He said fuck the gods. It's like, I don't give a shit.
The only real fights that I ever watched from that was the Adam fight, and I saw parts of the Buddha fight.
Wait, you actually you read the manga?
Yeah, I read the manga.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I thought you watched the actual show, and I heard that thing was a dumpster fire.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Uzumaki of the Prophecy. So he learns from Kojiro Sasaki. Then we have Naruto incest, right. And this is a Records of Ragnarok crossover. Don't know how that works into it,
It's
but
gonna be shit.
no, obviously. We have
It just
up next Jinchuriki no Dovahkiin.
What?
Death is mad about people reviving souls and calling for certain souls as he is person who has to deal with living and dead. And well, we already have the Shinigami and Naruto. This is what I always hate about these fucking stories, where it's like, oh, this is my Oshi death. It's like we already have death.
Yeah, but we need death at your death.
It makes a deal to solve his problem, meaning someone has to pay price Naruto, poor soul, but Death know Naruto well, and he does owe him some that he had hand in sealing Naruto harem. What? Okay.
What?
No punctuation in that entire summary. Oh, no punctuation in this entire story. At all. There is no punctuation.
No commas, no periods.
Homie, what is
Oh, wait, no,
your
I saw
cash
one comma.
app?
I saw one comma.
I'm gonna send you some money so you can buy some fucking periods.
Yes, it's ad time.
I mean, you should say buy a spell check, but
Oh god. What the fuck? I fucking scroll up! Because I see he's doing like this chart.
Oh, good lord, I see it.
I see he's doing some fucking skill chart, right? And so I'm scrolling up to get to the top of it. And I unfortunately scrolled up back into
I'm on
his story.
ad 3 of 7, so I won't be able to see this.
Well, tell me when you're on ad 0 of 7, 7 of 8, whatever. Tell me when you're done, so I can freak out properly and everyone can hear it.
Yes, I see.
Okay. Ad 3.
Add 4 of 7.
Jesus Christ, they're really stretching this one out.
Oh, yeah.
Take a nap. That's 0 of 0. I mean, yeah, you are immune to ads.
Only Super Potatoes understands me.
Add 7 of 7. It's... Oh boy, it's for a Papa John's pizza. I would rather die than consume
Papa John's is so fucking awful.
Listen, no, let's be clear. It has always been awful.
Yes.
Alright, I'm here, Sneaky. What is this
I'm
nonsense?
sorry, what?
What am I looking at?
Yeah.
What? I just read. What? It got worse. Okay, Sneaky. I read Tears of Victory. I read that line and I thought, wow, that's terrible. And I was so flabbergasted that I somehow just didn't read the next line down.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, just keep going. It just gets fucking
I
worse.
don't want to.
Just gets worse.
Okay, like you have chat on screen that's covering part of it, but it's not covering enough. Can you expand chat to cover the entire screen?
You picked a horrible this part to stop at. What the fuck?
It just gets fucking worse. Jesus Christ.
Is this even
Sure, this is
allowed?
TOS breaking.
This
That's what I was about
probably
to
is.
ask.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway.
You think fanfiction actually pays attention to the TOS?
No, but we have to.
No.
Illusion skill, Naruto sucks, so he's level 10 at it. Conjuration skill, he's a sage, so he's level 90. Destruction skill, he's level 100, master maximum, super Rishen Shuriken. Restoration skill, Naruto has healed people in the past, so he's a 20 out of 100. Alteration skill. This is questionable, since it falls between chakra abilities and ninjutsu styles, so between 60 and 80. Enchanting.
Have they even
Uzumaki is a
played
mastery
Skyrim?
over sealing, so obviously Uzumakis are masters of enchanting.
Have they even played Skyrim before?
No, apparently not, no.
I'm gonna get my food. This is terrible.
Kitty, always
Smithing
assume that
skill.
anyone has never done
Because
shit.
Naruto has chakra manipulation, I feel that Naruto totally knows how to make weapons. but is not very experienced with it. So a 50 out of 100.
That's not how that works.
Heavy and light
you-
armor skills. This is hard because Naruto's a warrior, but also
No,
good
he's
at
not
stealth.
Warrior.
He is very strong, so armor-wise, he clearly knows how to use heavy armor and won't be hindered by it.
Right.
Sorry, did they just insinuate that Naruto has a functional brain?
Yes.
Ninjas wear light armor by default, light or no armor,
Yeah,
with the exception of the old ninjas.
yeah. Block 80 because he knows how to fight, but he charges in, so I didn't max out his skill. Naruto can't block for shit.
No, he uses his clones to block.
It's not a very good blocking strategy.
It's not a good strategy, but it
And
works.
has used a sword a few times. When did he ever use
Two-handed,
fucking sword?
30. I
In
feel
the
this is
games,
appropriate.
probably, but
One-handed,
that's
80 to
back then.
90 is a good estimate of Naruto's kunai training.
When does he actually? Yeah, he
Archery.
used the kunai a couple of times.
Like 3 times.
He does use them.
He uses them, but he's not great at them.
Kunai, yeah, no.
Archery, 80. Since his shuriken training is impressive in Shippuden.
That's fucking kunai as well, god damn it.
And his
And it's not
Rasen
archery.
shuriken skills were always great.
No,
Always
that's
great.
wait.
Rasen shuriken? Motherfucker, did you forget the time where he set it off in his own face because he didn't know how to throw it?
Yep.
Did
Jesus
anyone forget
Christ.
the part where he had to get rid of it because where he had to stop using it because it was slowly killing him?
We just said
Giving
that.
him cancer
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. It was cancer.
Yeah.
because it was eating up his cells.
Hay flick limit.
Oh,
Yep.
no, it was
It
the
was
opposite of
cutting his
cancer.
cells.
It was destroying the cells.
No. It was giving him cancer faster because it was approaching his hay flick limit on his cells, which would have caused them to destabilize and fall apart or cancerize.
Because it was eating them up, and then QB repaired them, and then he did it again and again and again, which is fucking dumb and doesn't make any sense because QB's regeneration is pure regeneration. It's not Tsunade's healing, which is a completely different animal. But fuck it.
Well, look, I'm just happy that they paid attention to biology.
Yeah, okay.
That sounds like fan theory.
Yeah.
Because I remember specifically, it was like, no, it's just tearing the cells apart and they're just gone. It's causing cellular and nerve damage.
Yes, because it's approaching the hay flick limit, and they specifically mentioned the hay flick limit. And the hay flick limit is the limit your cells approach when they reach the end of their telomerase, which prevents your cells from going haywire when duplicating. And when the cells do reach this limit, they'll start creating cancer cells, and they'll fail to create a new cell, and generally the person will start falling apart of old age.
Which shouldn't be a thing that happens to Naruto because Kyuubi's regeneration is literal regeneration. It's shown to be regeneration. Ugh.
Yeah. But,
Author
well.
forgot the plot.
Well, author wanted to include cool biological fact he saw today, so...
No, that too. He could have used that with Tsunade. That's why she can't regenerate as much as she can. Why she started to look old. There, problem solved.
Yeah. Sneaking. Naruto has been great at stealth since childhood, so I feel he wouldn't be discovered easily, but he does draw a lot of attention to himself, so I'm not going to give it a number. Lockpicking. Maxed out because Naruto's a ninja, and ninjas can lockpick. Pickpocketing. I'm going to say an 80. No reasoning there, just it's an 80. Speech.
Or ninja.
This is hard because Naruto knows how to be kind and aggressive and tactful and cunning. And I think 60 would really be the best way to express how good Naruto is at speech.
What the fuck? This motherfucker! Naruto literally Tokuno Jutsu'd the entire elemental nations into peace. His speech is 200.
Yeah, literally, though. Oh, God. Yep. Authors.
He is where we get the fucking meme Talk No Jutsu.
Yo, can you send me your Cash App so you can buy some fucking periods?
Anyway.
Okay, so I'm actually
I'm
reading
eating
this.
dinner.
Sorry to kind of cut in, but I was reading the manga. The reason why Tsunade tells him to
Wait,
use that
someone
Wenjutsu-
left?
Oh.
Yeah.
Atin left.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's not.
It's
It's
So I
dinner.
was reading
It's
the,
11
I was
minutes
reading the
past 10.
chapter regarding the whole don't use the jutsu.
Yeah.
It's basically the whole wind blades are thin enough to cut his apparently the he won't be able to use chakra anymore according to Tsunade.
Yes.
It'll cut the tubes and she can't heal that. That's the reason. So
Wait,
Is that one?
that makes even... Well, I watched the anime reason. That makes even less sense, because in the manga, he just literally regenerates from becoming a bubble of chakra.
this is like the
Well,
straight
he was a lot of
explanation
blood
the
and
manga
bone on
scene is
the
giving.
bubble of chakra.
Like, remember that part where he eats the Bijudama when he's in his my skin has flaked off from the sheer level of chakra in me, and his body
Yeah.
turns into a fucking balloon?
Yeah. His body doesn't turn into a balloon, though. The chakra around him does.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like,
no. That red, that bloody red black mess, that's not chakra. That's his blood.
Yeah, that's his body.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember that because when they. I distinctly remember that because it's like, oh wow, this is incredibly fucking metal for an artist. It's like, oh, there's so much chakra being pumped, his skin is just burning off, and
Yeah,
the blood is literally steaming.
Yeah, his skin literally
That's just
burns
how-
off in Four-Tail
that's
Plasma.
just how good. Yeah, that's just how good QB's regeneration is.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing with the Kyuubi's regeneration, is that he is actively in a state of bleeding out at all times above Four Tails and doesn't even notice it. And for them to go, oh, well, it's going to eat his chakra tunnels and he won't be able to regenerate that. It's like, motherfucker, he literally turns into a rubber balloon at one point when he eats the Bijudama. What bones? The bones ain't there anymore! Unless you're telling me he temporarily grew fucking 500 vertebra. Expanded his rib cage 90 times that day.
Remember, QB does actually grow physical bones, blood, hair, and all that shit when he gets it.
I know, it grows it around him. I know.
Yeah, he goes around him, yes.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the fucking Naruto's transformation sequence gets hardcore as shit. But the point still remains is that regeneration level is insane, and I don't see why the Kyuubi wouldn't be able to regenerate chakra tunnels then.
Because the author needed it to not do that. He needed an excuse to give Naruto another power-up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But at the same time, though, he could have just been like, hey, why don't I throw it? It looks like a shuriken.
Because he's dumb.
That's fair.
Why don't I send out clones using it? That way, I don't have to sacrifice myself for it. Oh wait, I'm too fucking dumb to figure that out.
His favorite fucking technique that he uses for everything else.
Yeah.
And he's
And
used
the
clones to
one
launch Russian guys
Hey,
before.
He does it later on, I believe. He does it in the games, at least.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, gentlemen, it is after 9 o'clock, which, you know what it means? It's time to go. I know how much you'll miss me, but don't worry, I'll be back on Friday with more terrible fucking stories.
Don't threaten us like that.
Because
More
there's
terrible
always
fucking
more.
bestiality.
And it always gets worse.